Welcome to the deep dive. You know, for so many of us, that weight loss journey, it feels like this really familiar, often, let's be honest, frustrating loop. Endless diets, that feeling of failure, always chasing some kind of magic bullet.
Hmm.
We try, we stumble.
And often end up right back where we started, wondering what went wrong this time.
Exactly. But what if,
Achoo.
maybe, we've been looking at this whole thing, well, through the wrong lens?
What if the usual advice isn't really helping?
Right. So today we're doing a deep dive into a really deeply human and I think refreshing perspective on weight loss, especially if you're using tools like semaglutide.
Yeah, we're moving beyond the usual stuff.
We are. We're exploring the philosophy of Dan Hollis.
And it's fascinating because Hollis, he doesn't just give you another plan, he completely reframes the whole thing.
How so?
Well, he shifts it away from being just about the drug, It becomes about the person, about your unique journey right at the center.
Okay.
He makes this argument that the real change, the lasting change, it happens way beyond just the number on the scale.
Interesting. So what are we drawing on for this?
So for this deep dive, we've got his key insights. There's the Dan Hollis Semaglutide Manifesto, his FAQs, which are really illuminating,
Yeah.
and this great article, Failing Gracefully, What Dan Hollis Taught Me.
Okay.
And our mission really is to pull out the core wisdom here, help you understand why his approach feels so different, and maybe how it redefines success in this whole very personal process.
Okay, let's unpack that because, yeah, we often look at medical treatments for weight loss very narrowly, almost clinically.
Right.
But Hollis challenges that right away. He says, and this is powerful, this is not a drug journey, it's a human one. Why is that distinction so important,
Yeah.
especially with something like semaglutide?
That statement, it's like the bedrock of his whole philosophy. He really stresses that, okay, semaglutide is powerful, no doubt.
Yeah.
But you only unlock its real potential when you get what it's actually doing, subtly changing how your brain thinks about hunger, satisfaction, even reward.
Right, those signals.
Exactly. And that can feel incredibly freeing for people, but also maybe surprisingly a bit unsettling too.
Unsettling. How?
Well, think about it. That constant noise about food suddenly gets quieter. Hollis doesn't see the drug as the solution itself. He calls it the signal.
Semaglutide isn't the solution, it's the signal.
Precisely. And he warns that without structure, without emotional support, that quiet can actually make things feel more confusing. He calls it a pause button, a reset, or a chance to build new systems while the noise gets quiet.
A pause button, a reset. I like that imagery. It's inviting you, the listener, to maybe rethink how you've seen these interventions before.
Yeah, it shifts it from just a passive fix to like an active chance for real change.
Okay, so if semaglutide gives us this pause button on physical hunger, what about that other big battle? Willpower.
Ah, yes, willpower.
Hollis famously says willpower was never the problem. That's pretty bold, right? It kind of flies in the face of what we're always told.
It absolutely does, and it's incredibly validating, I think, for so many people. Hollis just gets straight to it. If you're listening to this, chances are you've tried willpower. A lot.
Oh, yeah, countless times.
We all have. And he argues that just relying on willpower, it's not sustainable long term. You're basically asking yourself to fight this losing battle against your own biology,
Wow.
your emotional patterns, these really deep habit loops.
So what does work, according to him?
Insight. Understanding those mechanisms, and then having structure and tools that actually work with your biology, not against it.
Meeting your biology where it's at.
Exactly. He puts it really bluntly. The real cheat is pretending willpower was enough.
Wow.
So it's not about blaming yourself, feeling like you lack discipline. It's just acknowledging how complex our bodies and minds are.
That offers a lot of reassurance then. Past struggles weren't some moral failing.
Right, just using the wrong tools against really powerful drives.
Which definitely raises the question, if willpower isn't the key leverage point, what is?
Well, often, as you hinted, it's right there in the emotional side of things.
Right. Hollis observes, this is emotional weight as much as it is physical weight.
It's so true.
It's a stark reminder, isn't it? We don't just eat because our stomach rumbles. We eat out of anxiety, loneliness, boredom.
Overstimulation, feeling unsupported, the list goes on. I think we can all relate to reaching for comfort food when stress piles up.
Definitely been there.
And Hollis makes this really critical connection here. He says, people don't relapse because the drug stops working. That's not usually it.
Okay.
They relapse because no one helped them rebuild the emotional framework that food used to support.
Ah, that makes so much sense. Rebuild the framework.
Yeah. He even talks about that kind of weird feeling people get when the intense cravings just
I
vanish.
think something's missing.
Exactly. He describes it quite movingly as like losing a friend. It creates this void.
Wow.
So his system is specifically set up to guide you through that emotional recalibration, making sure that as the physical hunger fades, those deeper emotional needs get seen and met with new tools, new coping strategies.
So it really pushes you to look at your own relationship with food beyond just fuel.
Yeah, what's the real story you're telling yourself about food's role in your life?
Okay, and navigating that emotional terrain.
Mm.
Hollis also warns about something else, the rush for quick results.
Yes, the quick fix temptation.
He says, fast weight loss without metabolic pacing is a trap. It's so easy to want it all gone, like yesterday.
Understandable, but risky.
He explains losing weight too fast can actually backfire, slow your metabolism, lose muscle.
And ultimately just sabotage your long-term success.
So what's his approach instead? What's the alternative?
Deliberate pacing, thoughtful pacing. It means really structuring your nutrition, your habits, your progress so it's genuinely sustainable for your body.
Right.
He puts it perfectly. You're not here to win the race. You're here to finish it.
Finish it. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Absolutely. And here's a crucial bit. The real work begins after the medication.
Ah, so it's not just about the time you're on it.
Not at all. It's not a temporary fix. He really pushes for having a clear off-ramp strategy, building habits that last way beyond the injections.
To stop the appetite coming back, stop old triggers.
Precisely. It's essential. The whole approach just reframes success, doesn't it? It's not just about losing weight.
But keeping it off. Sustainability.
Yeah, changing that fundamental relationship your body has with energy and satiety over the long haul.
You know, in a culture that often demands perfection and really judges failure, Hollis offers something so different, so empowering. He just declares, there is no shame here, only process.
It's such a relief to hear that.
He's adamant. You are not broken or lazy or undisciplined. He argues you've just been working against biology
In a culture.
that wasn't explained well and maybe even benefits from your confusion. That lifts a huge weight, doesn't it?
It really does. And this ties right into his idea of failing gracefully.
Tell me about that.
He doesn't see a setback, a slip up as the end of the road. Not at all. It's a message.
A message.
Yeah. He calls it a moment of feedback, just an honest, objective conversation with yourself.
Okay.
So, relapse. It isn't some betrayal of your progress. It's often just the brain asking for those old familiar rhythms it knows.
Looking for the familiar.
Exactly. These moments aren't signs you're weak. They're signs that your support system needs tweaking, needs reinforcing, not that you are flawed.
Right.
Like he says, the shame isn't in failing. The shame is in pretending you were supposed to be perfect.
Pretending to be perfect, yeah.
So grace, in his view, means when you stumble, you reach for a better tool. You adjust the plan. You don't beat yourself up.
That really encourages you, the listener, to look back at your own past failures.
And see them as data points, valuable information, learning opportunities, not defeats.
That's a huge mindset shift, and it leads right into maybe the most critical but often overlooked part of his philosophy, identity work.
Yes, this is profound.
It's not just about the pounds you lose, but who you actually become. He asks, how do I keep the weight off once it's gone?
And the answer isn't just try harder.
No. He says, by becoming the kind of person who doesn't need weight loss as a project anymore. That takes identity work, not just dieting.
Yeah.
So what does that identity work actually involve? What does it look like?
It's such a paradigm shift, like you said. Hollis argues you don't maintain weight loss with just sheer grinding discipline. That's exhausting.
Right.
You maintain it with alignment.
Alignment.
Yeah. Building a new sense of self. One that naturally embodies healthier choices, a different relationship with food. So, for instance, instead of thinking, I shouldn't eat that, which is discipline, the identity shift is towards feeling, I am the kind of person who nourishes my body well. See the difference?
Yes. It's internal. It's who you are.
Exactly. It's a deep shift in self-perception, not just following rules. Success for him isn't just the scale, it's how many coping mechanisms we've replaced with real tools.
Weight loss is a side effect of clarity. I love that.
Isn't it great? It's about becoming someone for whom healthy living is just part of who they are, not this constant battle.
And in a journey that can feel really lonely sometimes.
Very much so.
Hollis puts huge value on connection, on other people. He says, this is a conversation, not a prescription.
Yeah, relationship matters.
He points out that weight loss is all about relationship, isn't it? Your relationship with food, with your body.
And crucially, with the people guiding you.
You're not meant to figure this all out alone.
Precisely. And that's why he offers more than just medication. He talks about offering a map, a guide, a community.
Map, a guide, a community.
He believes that for so many people, you didn't lose control, you lost connection.
Connection to what?
To your hunger cues, to your purpose, to yourself. He says that's what we help you rebuild.
Rebuild connection.
His whole approach is about starting right, not just starting over again and again.
Okay.
It means getting tools that actually fit how your body and brain work, and doing it within a supportive group of people who get it.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? How having that map, that guide, that community could change things for you. Turn something isolating
Into something shared. Shared progress, shared understanding, totally different experience.
And to kind of bring this all together, Hollis shares something really personal, almost poetic, about his own first experience with semaglutide.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
He says, "What surprised you most?" His answer, "The quiet.
The quiet.
I didn't realize how loud food was in my life until the cravings were gone. The silence was unsettling and strangely beautiful."
That's such a striking image.
It really paints a picture, doesn't it? That quiet he's describing.
Yeah.
It's a really profound idea.
What does it represent, do you think?
It's that mental space.
Yeah.
The space that just suddenly opens up when all that constant internal noise about food, cravings, dieting, planning, resisting,
Yeah.
when it finally quiets down.
Imagine that.
It's a chance to actually hear other parts of yourself again. Maybe rediscover hobbies, passions, connections, things that got drowned out by the food noise.
For Hollis, the big moment wasn't seeing a number drop on the scale. It was this feeling. He said, it wasn't when I saw the number drop, it was when I went to bed and didn't feel like I had to start over the next day.
Wow. That sense of peace,
Yeah.
consistency.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that huge shift when the noise goes quiet and then consciously deciding, what do you want to fill that newfound space with?
So this whole deep dive into Dan Hollis, it really does show a massive paradigm shift, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Weight loss isn't just about a drug. It's not just willpower. It's this whole human journey.
Yeah.
It involved that crucial emotional recalibration, sustainable pacing for your metabolism, deep identity work, and this idea of grace, learning from every step instead of getting stuck in shame.
It really does. It takes us away from that simple win-lose, success-failure way of thinking. What we've explored today is how Hollis helps us see success differently. It's not a finish line on the scale.
Right.
It's this ongoing process, aligning your biology, your emotions, your actions. He shows us the real transformation is about understanding ourselves better and building a sustainable way of living from the inside out.
So considering everything we've talked about today, what would it mean for you to truly start right, not just start over, on any challenging journey in your life, to build that alignment instead of just relying on discipline alone?